Minnesota, nestled in the northern United States, is a state renowned for its vast landscapes, rich history, and incredible natural diversity. Covering over 225,000 square kilometers, Minnesota is home to more than 10,000 lakes, dense forests, and sprawling prairies. From its glistening waters to its rugged northwoods, Minnesota holds hidden gems that captivate explorers and inspire curiosity. Have you ever wondered how much of Minnesota remains unexplored? Imagine the thick forests, deep lakes, and ancient rock formations concealing secrets yet to be discovered. Minnesota's wild frontiers hold stories of early settlements, indigenous heritage, and untamed wildlife that have thrived here for thousands of years. Join us as we journey across Minnesota's unknown landscapes, unveiling the mysteries of its ancient lands and beautiful waterways. Get ready to be amazed by one of America's most breathtaking and historically rich states, the Mesabi and Vermilion Iron Ranges, mountains of metal. Minnesota is home to two of the most famous iron ranges in the United States, the Mesabi and Vermilion Ranges. These ancient geological formations, millions of years in the making, are rich in iron ore deposits that were critical to the industrial development of the nation. The Mesabi Range, in particular, has yielded vast quantities of iron that fueled steel production, while the Vermilion Range remains a geological wonder for its unique rock formations and mineral diversity. What ancient secrets and untapped resources could these iron ranges still hold? The Boundary Waters, Minnesota's pristine wilderness. One of Minnesota's most iconic natural treasures is the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness. With over 1,000 pristine lakes and streams surrounded by dense forests, the Boundary Waters offers an unparalleled experience of solitude and raw, natural beauty. Visitors here can find wildlife like moose, wolves, and bald eagles thriving in their untouched habitat. The ancient rock formations, some of the oldest in the world, add to the mystique of this region, making it a dream for adventurers, kayakers, and geologists alike. Could there be hidden corners within the Boundary Waters waiting to reveal new ecological or geological discoveries? Researchers discovered two previously unknown species of freshwater mussels here, each contributing significantly to water filtration in the area. These findings highlight the remarkable biodiversity within Minnesota, underscoring the importance of conserving these delicate ecosystems. Minnesota's caves, hidden underworld. Though Minnesota is known for its lakes and forests, it also boasts an array of hidden caves beneath its landscapes. Mystery Cave, located in Forestville State Park, is the longest cave in Minnesota, showcasing unique formations of stalactites, stalagmites, and underground pools. Nearby, the Niagara Cave is renowned for its beautiful underground waterfall. These subterranean wonders hold traces of Minnesota's ancient geological past and are still largely unexplored. What other ancient formations and hidden wildlife could be concealed beneath Minnesota's rolling hills? Ancient volcanism. What mysteries lie within Minnesota's rugged North Shore? Along Lake Superior, this region reveals geological wonders born from volcanic activity tied to the mid-continent rift, a vast crack that almost split North America nearly 1.1 billion years ago. This ancient rift produced lava flows that cooled into the basalt cliffs we see today, creating one of the most scenic and scientifically rich areas in the U.S. The colorful basalt formations, agate-laden beaches, and towering cliffs provide scientists with clues about tectonic forces, ancient supercontinents, and the processes that shaped our planet over eons. The North Shore's rocks hold untold stories of Earth's history, including details about tectonic shifts and volcanic eruptions. The diverse minerals and agates embedded in these rocks reflect intense volcanic activity and mineral-rich waters from Earth's past. Additionally, the unique composition of the rocks offers insights into the planet's atmospheric conditions and climate during those periods, enhancing our understanding of Earth's environmental history. By studying these formations, geologists can uncover valuable information about volcanic activity, tectonic forces, and even early life forms, painting a vivid picture of Earth's evolving landscape. Pause for a moment. If you're enjoying this journey through Minnesota's hidden landscapes, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more amazing explorations. Native American heritage, a deep connection to the land. Minnesota's history is deeply intertwined with its Native American heritage, home to 11 federally recognized tribes, including the Ojibwe and Dakota nations. Minnesota's land and waterways are central to the culture and spiritual traditions of these communities. The state is dotted with sacred sites, including burial mounds, ancient petroglyphs, and ceremonial grounds that connect past and present generations. How can modern exploration and indigenous knowledge work together to uncover the ancient mysteries of Minnesota? The Glacial Legacy, Minnesota's lakes and wetlands. Minnesota's landscape was shaped by glaciers that retreated thousands of years ago, leaving behind more than 10,000 lakes, wetlands, and the fertile plains that define much of the state. From Lake of the Woods to Mille Lacs Lake, Minnesota's glacial lakes are a playground for both researchers and nature lovers. These lakes hold ecological secrets that reveal how life adapted to Minnesota's climate over the centuries. Could there still be untouched ecosystems thriving in these remote lakes and wetlands? Tornado Alley's northern edge, Minnesota's severe weather. Minnesota lies on the northern edge of Tornado Alley, experiencing severe thunderstorms, hail, and on rare occasions, tornadoes. While not as frequent as in the Central Plains, Minnesota's extreme weather is a powerful reminder of the state's wild climate. As weather patterns shift, how might Minnesota's climate and natural environment change in the coming decades? Recent discoveries. Helium Discovery. Could Minnesota's Iron Range hold the key to a global helium shortage? In early 2024, researchers uncovered a potentially massive helium reservoir in this region, making it one of the largest helium sources discovered in North America. Helium, a colorless, non-toxic gas, is essential in several high-tech industries due to its unique properties. It cools superconductors in MRI machines, serves as a coolant in nuclear reactors, and is critical in rocket fuel systems. However, global reserves have dwindled, driving prices up and sparking concerns over sustainable helium supply for key sectors. In Minnesota, this deposit, found at a depth of about 670 meters, 2,200 feet, boasts an extraordinarily high helium concentration, nearly 12.4%, which is far above the 0.3% threshold required for commercial viability. Given that such high helium concentrations could support large-scale extraction, potentially reshaping the U.S. helium supply landscape and reducing reliance on other countries like Qatar and Russia. Exploration is ongoing to verify the reservoir's size and confirm if extraction processes could be economically and ecologically sustainable. If successful, this discovery could mark a significant milestone in addressing helium shortages and supporting advancements in both medical and aerospace technology. Recent discoveries. Spring ecosystems. What secrets do Minnesota's Driftless Area springs hold beneath their pristine waters? In southeastern Minnesota, this unique landscape escaped the last glaciation, leaving its terrain free from glacial deposits that cover much of the Midwest. The absence of glaciation has preserved steep hills, deep river valleys, and karst systems, underground networks where water flows through dissolved limestone formations, creating natural springs that are crucial for local ecosystems. These springs provide a window into complex groundwater flow, with karst channels guiding water through an intricate web of rock layers. Researchers focus on understanding how this hydrogeology affects spring water quality, given the region's susceptibility to groundwater contamination from agricultural runoff. Studies in this area examine variables like water age, flow paths, and contamination risks, which are intensified by the area's vulnerable groundwater channels that feed directly into these springs. This work not only helps safeguard the Driftless Area's freshwater sources, but also deepens our knowledge of how karst systems influence water purity and ecosystem health. Research on these springs aids water quality management across agricultural landscapes, helping scientists understand and mitigate risks to groundwater, a vital resource in this biologically diverse and hydrologically sensitive region. Recent discoveries: stream dynamics. How do Minnesota's rivers shape and, in turn, get shaped by their environment? The Minnesota Department of Natural Resources, DNR, is studying how geomorphic forces like sediment movement and river channel shifts impact stream health and aquatic habitats across the state. Rivers are not static. They continually adapt to changes in water flow, sediment load, and surrounding landscapes. This dynamic nature makes geomorphology, a study of landform development, a vital tool in understanding stream health. The DNR's research identifies factors like sediment transport, which naturally sculpts channels, human activities like dam construction and agricultural runoff disrupt this natural balance, often causing excess sediment buildup or channel widening, which can degrade habitats and alter river flow. In Minnesota, the DNR's ongoing monitoring and stream health assessments guide conservation efforts, helping to restore river channels to conditions that support diverse ecosystems. This research is essential for creating resilient waterways that balance ecological needs with human demands, ensuring healthy streams that support both biodiversity and sustainable water use across the state. Recent discoveries: Glacial Legacy. How deeply has Minnesota's landscape been carved by ancient glaciers? In the state, research on glacial deposits reveals the profound influence of Ice Age glaciers on river valleys, sediment patterns, and overall terrain structure. As glaciers retreated over 10,000 years ago, they left behind diverse landforms such as moraines, eskers, and outwash plains, which continue to shape water flow, soil composition, and vegetation. These deposits have created a patchwork of fertile soils that support agriculture, but also influence sediment movement in rivers, which is essential for understanding erosion and sediment deposition. Glacial deposits form the bedrock of many river valleys, determining their depth, shape, and the sediment patterns that shape aquatic habitats. In agriculture, the glacially enriched soils are both a benefit and a challenge, as they require careful management to prevent erosion and nutrient loss. Urban planning also considers these glacial features to address flood risks, land stability, and resource allocation. By understanding glacial impacts, researchers can predict landscape evolution, guide sustainable land use, and improve flood control measures. This ongoing study highlights the importance of Minnesota's glacial legacy in shaping not only the state's ecosystems, but also its agricultural and urban landscapes for future generations. Recent discoveries: groundwater quality. How sustainable are Minnesota's agricultural practices for its precious groundwater? With intensive farming on the rise, scientists are investigating the impact of agricultural runoff on groundwater quality, especially in aquifers essential for drinking water. Pesticides, fertilizers, and animal waste runoff seep into the groundwater, raising concerns over nitrate contamination, which can have harmful health effects and disrupt ecosystems. Research focuses on how different farming techniques affect groundwater across varying soil and aquifer conditions. In areas with high permeability soils, for example, contaminants can reach aquifers faster, making regions more susceptible to pollution. Studies track how groundwater quality responds to practices like crop rotation, cover cropping, and reduced pesticide use, assessing how these approaches help prevent nitrate and phosphorus buildup in water sources. The goal is to identify farming methods that balance crop yield with environmental responsibility, ensuring long-term water purity. Minnesota's research contributes to guidelines for sustainable agriculture, helping farmers adopt practices that protect the state's groundwater while supporting agricultural productivity. This ongoing study is crucial for safeguarding clean water access for communities and ecosystems alike, offering insights that could guide policy and farming practices across the Midwest. Recent discoveries: eco-friendly farming. Can sustainable farming practices secure both productivity and ecosystem health? In Minnesota, researchers are exploring techniques like crop rotation, soil enrichment, and controlled nutrient application to create sustainable agriculture systems that support both high yields and environmental health. Soil health is a focal point, as practices like cover cropping and minimal tillage help reduce soil erosion, retain moisture, and promote biodiversity in farmland ecosystems. Crop rotation is being reevaluated to optimize nutrient cycling, as diverse crop sequences can naturally restore soil nutrients, reducing the need for chemical fertilizers. This approach minimizes nitrogen and phosphorus runoff, which can otherwise contaminate water sources and lead to algal blooms in nearby lakes and rivers. By rotating crops like corn with legumes, which fix nitrogen in the soil, farmers can lessen dependence on synthetic fertilizers, promoting a healthier ecosystem. Biodiversity is another critical goal. Researchers encourage planting pollinator-friendly cover crops that attract beneficial insects, helping to control pests and reduce the need for pesticides. These practices align with Minnesota's commitment to resilient farming systems that conserve water, improve soil fertility, and protect wildlife. The ongoing studies aim to fine-tune these techniques, proving that eco-friendly practices can maintain profitability while promoting long-term environmental health, paving the way for more sustainable farming across the state and beyond. Recent discoveries: climate-ready crops. Can crops thrive under Minnesota's unpredictable climate shifts, with extreme weather events like droughts, floods, and heat waves becoming more frequent due to climate change? Minnesota scientists are advancing crop breeding techniques to develop climate-resilient varieties of staple crops such as wheat and corn. These resilient crops are crucial not only for maintaining productivity in volatile conditions, but also for securing food supplies and supporting the state's economy. Researchers focus on traits that help crops adapt to temperature fluctuations, water scarcity, and nutrient-poor soils. For example, new wheat strains are being bred with deeper root systems to access water from lower soil levels, a critical advantage in times of drought. Similarly, corn varieties are being developed with heat tolerance, allowing them to withstand temperature spikes without sacrificing yield. These advancements leverage genetic diversity, selecting strains from global seed banks that carry traits advantageous for extreme conditions, and crossbreeding them with local varieties. Another critical focus is disease resistance. Climate change has brought new pests and plant diseases to Minnesota, and researchers are breeding crops with stronger natural defenses. This approach reduces the need for chemical pesticides, promoting healthier ecosystems. Through these efforts, Minnesota aims to sustain high crop yields while minimizing environmental impact, paving the way for a new era of climate-smart agriculture that can withstand and adapt to the challenges of a warming world. Recent discoveries: cold water studies. How resilient are Minnesota's cold water streams in the face of a changing climate? In the Driftless Area of southeastern Minnesota, researchers are closely monitoring these unique cold water ecosystems, which are sustained by springs and groundwater flow in a landscape largely untouched by the last glaciation. These streams are vital for local biodiversity, providing ideal conditions for species like brook trout and other cold water aquatic life that require stable, oxygen-rich habitats. Climate change poses a significant threat, as warming temperatures can reduce groundwater recharge, leading to higher stream temperatures and altered flow patterns. This warming not only affects water temperature, but can also reduce dissolved oxygen levels, stressing sensitive species. Furthermore, the impact of human activities, like agricultural runoff and land development, introduces contaminants into these streams, further compromising their delicate ecological balance. To understand and protect these ecosystems, scientists are studying water flow rates, temperature trends, and nutrient loads in the Driftless Area's streams. By mapping how these factors respond to seasonal changes and climate patterns, they aim to predict how cold water habitats will evolve. These insights are essential for developing conservation strategies that can sustain these streams, which support both local ecosystems and recreational fishing industries. The study of Minnesota's cold water streams not only enhances understanding of freshwater ecosystems, but also informs conservation efforts vital to preserving biodiversity amid environmental changes. Recent discoveries, renewable potential. Could Minnesota's Iron Range be a cornerstone in the quest for sustainable energy? Beyond the recently discovered helium reserves, there's growing interest in tapping into other renewable resources, such as hydrogen and geothermal energy, in this mineral-rich region. Researchers are investigating whether the Iron Range's unique geological features, shaped by ancient volcanic and tectonic activity, may harbor untapped geothermal energy, while simultaneously exploring the potential of hydrogen production through renewable methods. Geothermal energy, sourced from the Earth's natural heat, could provide a steady, low-carbon power supply. The Iron Range's underground heat sources may be sufficient for geothermal plants, which could support local industries and nearby communities with sustainable energy. Feasibility studies focus on assessing the depth, temperature, and accessibility of these geothermal reservoirs, which could prove valuable in establishing a reliable renewable energy grid. Simultaneously, Minnesota researchers are examining hydrogen production as a clean alternative fuel. Hydrogen, when generated using renewable electricity, can serve as a powerful energy carrier and can be stored for use in fuel cells or even directly in industry, reducing fossil fuel dependence. These developments aim to make Minnesota a leader in renewable energy, combining local resource extraction with cutting-edge technology to pave the way for a greener, energy-independent future. Future discoveries await. With advances in technology, Minnesota's uncharted regions are more accessible than ever. From satellite imagery revealing hidden lakes and valleys to ground-penetrating radar uncovering ancient geological formations, the future of exploration holds exciting possibilities. Minnesota's vast wilderness is a canvas for discovery, where scientists, adventurers, and historians can come together to uncover untold stories and hidden wonders. So stay curious and keep exploring. Who knows what incredible discoveries await in the hidden corners of Minnesota? Before we wrap up, what part of Minnesota's history, landscapes, or natural mysteries intrigues you the most? Is it the ancient geological formations, the hidden ecosystems in its cold water streams, or the cutting-edge discoveries in renewable energy? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future explorations.